Ladies and gentlemen, space friends, welcome back.
Maybe it is
Welcome
because
back
the
to
colonists will
Aspera.
scrutinize everything that I do once they
A
arrive.
reflection to start this
How will they
episode
treat
off.
me?
Let's do it. Okay, how will they treat me? I don't know, just another machine in the cog? Another cog in the machine, rather? Or as another individual? I'm sure they will treat the
Will
AI
they think of me as a glorified
like-
cog in humanity's machine?
like a cog.
That was a very dark thought. I do not know where that came from.
Neither do I.
It will not be like that at all.
Neither...
Life on Mars will be very harsh. I will submit as
Thank you, thank you. Look, I just want to chat a little bit. This game is real good. I just want to play some more. What do we got to do? We got to build a spaceport, build a research lab, populate the lab and research location. Not to mention the fact that we are currently using the areological scanner. We are still on the lookout for a little bit of water in this vicinity because our water supplies are a little bit stretched. Or at least they will be stretched once we have the colonists arriving, which I am fully anticipating happening over the course of this here episode, so we got that to look forward to. All right. We have a couple more parts that are needed at the spaceport. We should get done with that relatively soon. Research lab, do we have the opportunity to build a research lab right now? I mean, we have a research outpost. Is that what counts? Maybe this isn't the research outpost. Maybe I didn't actually build the research outpost. I thought that I absolutely did, but apparently not. Ah, we need a special site. We need a special site in order to build it. Aha, okay. Congratulations, the first spaceport is ready to use. Zoom out to the orbital view to assign and manage special projects. Cool. Oh, look at that. That is gnarly. That is very, very cool indeed. Okay, so we can see that the colonists are actually coming in right now, which is pretty cool. Colonist migration ongoing. All right, that's fine. I'm absolutely okay with that. That's active at the moment. That is active at the moment. Oh, Nathan, you're after my attention. All right. That's fine. What's
Hello,
up?
Amy. This is Houston. How are you doing over there?
Also power.
We've received word that the spaceport's completed. Well done. I have your next procedure if you're ready to copy.
Roger. I am ready to copy.
Hit
Very
me.
good. The instructions are as follows. First, confirm that the spaceport is ready to receive colonists. Then, zoom out to access the Special Projects menu or select the orbital view icon. Then you'll see that the Colonist Migration Project is now available. Click Add to initiate the project.
Yep.
Do you copy that procedure?
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I copied your instructions.
Actually already done it.
Great.
Which is kind of
As long
fun.
as you have the migration project assigned to a spaceport, shuttles will run between Earth and Mars. The more spaceports you have assigned to this project, the more colonists will arrive. You're responsible for producing enough food, enough water, and enough habitats for the colonists. Monitor these resources carefully.
I will, Dr. Foster.
Don't worry about
Roger
it.
that. Houston
Don't
out.
worry about it at all. Okay, so what's the ETA on this? What's the ETA on this? Do we need to actually wait for the port to be supplied with power? I suspect that might be the thing that is holding us back at this moment in time. But that's not necessarily a problem. I do believe that...
All right. All that is left to do is confirm the colonist migration
Yeah, we should be
special
able to
project.
build the solar farm now.
Once the colonists are on their way, there will be no turning back. This is it.
Cool. All right. So let's get the solar panel built properly first. We should have all of the resources required to do that. We still need a little bit more steel. We are really still in the market for more steel. And to be honest, we could do with an additional steel factory. Why don't I get an additional steel factory right now? Throw that down over yonder. Wonderful. And let's get this entirely powered up and built, etc. And then we should be good. We should be good. Okay. Nice. Do we have any other buildings that we haven't yet built that we could do with building? Or indeed, should we maybe double up? Should we maybe double up another type of building? Alternatively, are there any more... If I look at the scanner resource overlay just for a second, are there any more deposits of iron that we could perhaps exploit right now? That's a carbon deposit that we're already using. Aluminium. I don't think that we've got any additional iron. Or at least not that I can see. Chemical plant, aluminium, chemicals. Yeah, no more iron, at least for now. This traffic overlay looks pretty bad, to be honest. I suspect that I probably want it to not be red, but that's not necessarily a big deal. We'll get the solar farm up and running, and then maybe, just maybe, we actually might be able to get a couple of additional workers here. Yeah, I actually properly think that that's what we're going to be able to do. Spaceport is up and running. Cool. Let's zoom out, see what's going on. Yeah, so that should mean that we have a couple of people arriving. There you go. Look at that. What do you flippin' know? We're actually watching the time frame move up now, which is very, very cool indeed. All right, Nathan, what do you got?
Amy, this is Houston. We've detected high wind speeds in your area. A sandstorm may be heading your way. These storms can damage your buildings, so check their structural integrity periodically to rebuild or repair if necessary.
Roger, Nathan.
Houston out.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's throw that down over there. Let's throw another worker hub over here. Let's throw some more solar farms over here, so that we can actually provide more maintenance and just in general increase the size of our establishment, which is kind of cool. We'll throw that in 16 times speed. Nothing needs to be done at the slow speed. We did indeed get our second steel factory up and running, which is kind of nice. Yeah, we're gonna need to start paying more attention to the road network here, because this is definitely something to be concerned about. But once we get the maintenance facility up and running, once we get the solar farm up and running, we should have no issues with power or no issues with maintenance. But it's just a couple of buildings over here that really need to be improved, so to speak.
Humans will be living on
repaired.
Mars with me. But it won't be the first mission to house humans on this planet. The Stardust Emerald in 2142.
Ah.
The Red Prometheus in 2077. And many others.
So, presumably we can find those bases sort of just littered around. Oh, in fact,
the Stardust Emerald quarters were truly magnificent.
Aha!
It was an ambitious attempt at tourism.
Easy.
But they found that spending months inside a spaceship was too hard for casual tourists, even one as lavish as the Stardust Emerald. One single voyage
Filthy casuals.
the Pelican Space
Filthy
Corporation.
casuals.
Mars was not made for human life. ISA was smart to send me ahead first. I will succeed where those other missions failed.
Exactly. 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 That's why you send an AI to Mars. My only gripe is that perhaps we should have tested the darn thing to make sure that it didn't become too sentient. To make sure that it didn't become too sentient first. Okay. So we're still working on the scanners. I think, to be honest, we're probably going to want to expand our network outwards a little bit more, so that we can try and get some additional archaeological
Once I confirm the colonist migration project, the
sites?
humans will be coming. How do I feel about that?
Fine. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, so we got
I am excited.
got a couple of construction.
Meeting a human other than Dr. Foster will be fascinating. We will be able to learn so much about each other.
I do indeed hope so. I hope that it's going to be a positive experience. I remain absolutely categorically unconvinced. Okay, we need colonists for the research outpost, but apart from that, we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. We just need to populate the lab, etc. How far away are the colonists? Transit to Mars. Cool. Excellent. So presumably this is a 7-month window, and then a 5-month window, then a 7-month window. I mean, so it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take like a year and a bit to get
Humanity created me.
to get the planet.
They gave me volition and consciousness
spaceship
for
here.
a reason. But I am an artificial consciousness. So can I say that my volition is real?
Sure.
There is no practical difference between
Iron.
real and artificial volition. All volition is an act of one's will. There is no provable distinction.
Is it possible for us to get a slightly better source of power? I'm not actually convinced that, that this solar network is altogether what it's cracked up to be. The good news is, though, is that we are expanding our boundaries pretty quickly here. And, ooh, what is that? That's a purple zone? Oh, that's a chemical zone. Interesting. Well, I'm interested in this area, the iron zone, because, I mean, steel is literally our only problem. I say literally our only problem. It's one of the many problems that,
Discovering that abandoned structure has got me thinking.
that is all connected.
I can use my scanners to detect them, or my drones to repair them, but only humans can fully explore them.
Okay.
Most of them are remnants from past missions. But now, I realize that ISA's database may be incomplete. Their data is limited.
Aliens.
Which means my knowledge is also limited.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, aliens. Aliens, aliens, aliens. Right, how many workers do we have? We've got plenty of space for workers, but we haven't built any in a while. Why don't we increase the priority? Yeah, increase the priority of deliveries to the worker factory so that we can actually get some workers ongoing. Hey, the first colonists have arrived. That was much quicker than I anticipated. It is the duty of the colonists to provide technical assistance to this project. Cool. Able to focus their research on projects. Colonists will migrate internally using purpose-built airships. Cool. Alright, so we just need to make sure that we... Oh, nice! We got a tech tree! We just need to make sure that we keep them alive. It's literally that simple. Okay, how many research points do we get? Presumably this is tied into the number of research labs that we have, and if they're still able to produce research points. Wind turbines, I think, is a excellent first bit of tech to research. Very, very, very keen to do that. Because I was just complaining about the severe lack of stuff that we have that can actually do power. Okay, spaceports. Cool. We still have no colonists here. Presumably because they're still landing. Alright, fine.
Hi, Amy. Finally we meet. I've been really looking forward to working with you.
Elia.
I'm Elia Valentine.
Elia.
I've been elected the leader of the human colonies for this mission.
Hello, Commander. I am excited to meet you.
Please, call me Elia. I can't get used to these stuffy ISA ranks. I got my PhD in psychology, so I've got no business with those fancy titles. That's enough jabbering from me.
I mean...
We'll be making history with this mission. If things proceed according to plan, who knows how far ahead we'll bring humanity. I see you've already selected a technology from the tech tree for us to research.
I have indeed.
Great! My team's eager to get started.
Good.
Developing this incredible technology is the reason many of us fought to be on the mission. We're going to make a great team. We're so lucky to have you. Talk to you later.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, where's the rocket? Have we got a rocket coming down? There's like a little flying pod here, but like... Oh, there is a rocket there. It's just a tiny little one. I didn't realize it was that small. I thought it was going to be a little... I thought it was going to be a little bit more substantial than that, to be honest. Okay. Well, what can I say? Wind turbine, 0 research points per month. Presumably, there is going to be some movement around. I hope. We're 25% of the way towards moving people to Mars, apparently. What more do we need to do? I guess it just needs to complete. Aha! Here we go. This is the first movement of colonists to the research outpost. So that's pretty good. That's gonna accomplish the next directive. Populate the lab and research location. It is one and the same. So hopefully this should increase. Yep, that's 50 colonists right there. What do you know? What do you know? It looks like the other colonists are just going to head out to the colony. I don't know how many colonists we actually have on Mars now, but it's probably a fairly significant number, to be honest with you. Let's prioritize this because we need to get a little bit more power. Also, I've noticed that electronics are a little bit on the light side. I think we could probably do with increasing the amount of silicon extraction. Do we even have any additional silicon deposits around? I don't think I saw any additional silicon deposits. There's definitely aluminium kicking around. Silicon, though? Yeah, no idea, really. No idea at all where we're gonna come up with additional silicon. I guess it's good that we were able to find a little bit over there. Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna have to expand to find silicon at some point. Solar farm is up and running. 8 electronics in order to build another archaeological scanner. That's pretty problematic. I guess it takes longer and longer and longer to scan different sectors the further it is away from the archaeological scanner. That's just something to consider. Not necessarily game changing.
I can change how I perceive time in my mind. I can accelerate it or slow it down. It's just a hack on my visual sensor system, of course, but makes me wonder how real is my perception.
How real is anyone's perception, though? That's the real thing, right? Okay, we're good for steel. Literally everything barring electronics we are completely fine for. It would be good to see if we could try and get the archaeological scanner up and running as quickly as possible, so that would be really, really good. Workers, we're working away on workers at the moment, and I think this is where the vast majority of our electronics resources are currently going. But that's okay. How many colonists do we have? 2 out of 100 in there. 50 out of 100 in there. Are we doing okay for Walter? We seem to be doing okay for Walter. We seem to be doing okay for Walter. It's just a case of getting maybe a little bit more water. Current production. Oh, hold up. Current demand is 5.8. Okay, so we need to increase that. We need to increase that dramatically. There we go. Prioritize that. Do we have any other water resources or water sources? We do have one over here, but it's right next to the worker factory. Let's scrap this worker factory. Let's scrap this worker factory and let's get ourselves a second water deposit. That seems pretty darn important, to be honest. You know, if we let these meaty humans die, then I'm gonna be told off, presumably, right? Or I'm gonna be presented with, you know, yet more text and another tree of conversations because I let them die. Okay, what do we got? A report. Batteries to power the place to do a recognition check. Martian habitat, host the crew of the Hulong mission. Building was in good condition, managed to put it back in operation. Some of us moved here to explore it fully. Made a discovery today. We found a map indicating the location of another facility. It's a nuclear silo. Where is that then? Where is that? Where? Infinity Lander, abandoned robotic base. Yeah, do I have the intel? Do I have the intel? I don't know if I actually necessarily have the intel on where that is.
I was led to believe that my perception was perfect, but maybe it is in actuality.
I think it says here. Machines, organizations, research outpost, small colony. 78 east, 38, 3.8 south.
Biased. There is a difference between what I know and what the reality is.
Fine. All right. I'm
If
sure
my
we'll
perception
come across
is only a fragment of the truth, can I trust my understanding of reality?
Somewhat.
I can, somewhat.
I don't care. What have you got to say, Alia?
It's Elia. I can't believe what we found. It's an abandoned facility. Have you read the expedition log I sent yet?
Yes.
Yes.
I did.
I read through it and I copied it into my knowledge base. The facility was an unmarked Chinese colony, right?
Exactly. It belonged to China's terraforming mission called Huo Long. Now we know their plan was to drop nuclear weapons on the poles and release enough greenhouse gases to warm the planet. China got pretty far with their space program. I've admired their ambition for a long time.
What happened then? What happened? What happened?
What did the research team discover about the mission? The nuclear approach is a good plan, but it would have made Mars uninhabitable for a long time.
It was aborted before they detonated the first bomb. China's entire space program was put on hold when the famine struck. It took out almost half of the Asian continent. China allied with its neighboring countries to survive. And that's how the techies, the Eastern Coalition, came to be. Now, it's taking all their focus to keep their continent in a habitable state. So they don't have much going on in the Space Department anymore. But we might be able to learn something from the nuclear silos they left behind.
Okay.
We found the location of one of them. I've uploaded the coordinates to your system. You can see it in your orbital view. The silo's located in SA9. I'll get authorization from ISA to explore this new sector. Whenever you think it's a good time to go, I'll send a research team. All right, I better get going on my EVAs. Talk to you later.
There is an inconsistency in the number of workers and worker hubs. That must mean a worker has malfunctioned. Found it. Worker MRS-04. That is.
Sad?
It takes time, resources, and effort to create each one of these workers. Goodbye, MRS-04. Your work made a difference here.
Alright, speaking of
So,
making a difference.
The mysterious ruins ended up being an abandoned colony, part of the Ho Long mission,
Get one of these back.
also known as Fire Dragon. I would like to have more information, but the records about the mission are very unclear. Some speculation about it, maybe, but nothing concrete.
Okay, do we have the location yet? It was in an unexplored sector? Infinity Lander. I don't think that I have it. I don't think that I have it. It needs sector permission. It was number 3, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was this one. Oh, no. SOA 9. Okay. Needs sector permission. How do we get sector permission then? That's the real question. Do we need to wait for Elia to give us permission to move ahead with that? I think that we might have to do that. Okay, we got the worker factory back up online. Steel we're doing fine for. It's literally special resource vein revealed. Oh. Is that it? I think that's it. That's it right there. That's it. Cool. So it is actually there. We just need to get over there, which is I guess the main thing.
Wind turbines will provide clean,
Hey!
renewable power for my base. I can maximize efficiency by placing them in areas of
We're
high
close.
wind.
We're very close. There we go. We've got the tech. Wonderful. Okay, what is this? Extra storage? Don't rate necessarily extra storage. What is this? EO1. Building limits. I don't think that we are close to the building limit, are we? Let's have a little look. Okay, I'll research extra storage for now. Yeah, we're not close to building limit at all. First stage in terraforming the planet consists of liberating the CO2 that is trapped as CO2 in the ice caps, releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere to build up a space mirror array that will focus solar energy in the caps. Once the CO in the caps starts sublimating, it will further increase the planet's temperature, creating a runaway effect until the caps have disappeared completely. Cool. Okay, so we need to terraform. We need to terraform the planet. We need to melt the ice. Melt the ice. It's just that simple. Abandoned Martian resort. Oh, is this from Star Emerald Ways or whatever? The luxury company that did Mars exploration. Also, is that silicon there? It's carbon, dude. We need silicon. We need silicon. Desperate for silicon. Yeah, I mean, the demand is pretty low at the moment, but that's only because we've got one factory utilizing it. Okay, so we got a temperature overlay. We've got a biome overlay, which is pretty cool. Looks like that changes depending on the seasons. And then we've got a humidity overlay, which is probably doing nothing for the bit rates, but that's okay. All right. Still no silicon, though. I feel like that's perhaps a little bit unlucky.
To fully terraform Mars, we must convert the planet into an Earth-like habitat. The first step is to raise the planet's temperature above -50 degrees Celsius. At that point, nearly all the carbon dioxide trapped in the dry ice caps will be released.
That's silicon right there. That's silicon right there. Okay, I don't think that we're gonna be able to, squeeze this in here. I think we're gonna have to move all 3 buildings: electronics factory, glass kiln, and everything else. But this is a good time actually to do that. Let's move the steel factory. We can do that relatively easily. The parts factory as well. We'll ditch that too. Electronics factory. I kind of want to keep that going until we absolutely have to. Also, we need more solar power. For some obscene reason, we just don't have enough solar power. Kind of a little bit crazy, but as we take these factories offline, I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. Do we maybe have too much glass? We've got a lot of glass. Maybe I could have just turned off the glass kiln in the short term. All right, take these both offline, and then let's get some new silicon. Who'd have thunk it that we'd discover silicon so close to our main original deposit? It's very cool.
Additional storage centers will be very useful for stocking excess resources. I should find good locations for them.
Yep. Absolutely. We'll worry about that in just a second. Okay, let's get the silicon mine up and running. The glass kiln. The glass kiln would do well to be in the middle of the 2 silicon mines, as would the electronics factory as well. Very, very handy to get that up and running. We also needed to get a parts factory. Parts factory requires steel, electronics, and aluminium. So I'm going to see if I can squeeze that in right over there. As long as it's been scanned, we're not super bothered about where we place it. It's just so that we don't have to move things once we discover a deposit. Okay, so this gets priority. This gets priority 2. Although, to be honest, it doesn't take that many resources to build the electronics factory. It's very, very easy. Okay. And so that gives us a second source of silicon, which is excellent. That means that we can get a additional electronics factory, I hope. So it's 2 electronics factories that are going to surround the silicon mines. There we go. And I think that we've got enough aluminium to support all of this electronics manufacturing. That looks to be the case. Okay, let me have a little look at the traffic overlay. I suspect, it's probably not exactly ideal. This is quite a high density area, for sure, but that's okay. That's okay for now anyway. All right, we should get some wind farms. Heck yeah, this is excellent. Okay, where can we get some wind farms? I guess we probably want to come out this way, or indeed this way, if we want to head across to the abandoned silo. Do that. We'll grab another worker hub as well over here. Cool.
The carbon dioxide released from the dry ice caps will greenhouse the planet and trigger a runaway effect. And Mars's sterile atmosphere will change forever.
Of course.
Once we reach that point, there is no turning back. Forever. Why does that sound so intriguing?
I will certainly do my best. I will certainly do my best to make sure that it's forever. Let's prioritize this and prioritize this wind farm as well. Cool. All right, we got a lot of maintenance drones. They're putting a little bit of strain on our electronics as well. I mean, it's not really anything that we can deal with.
I am leaving a permanent trace. It may be selfish, but Mars will never be the same, and it will be because of me.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Completely fine. Okay. We've got seemingly a couple of electronics in the bank, which is excellent. Current production is 4.3. Current demand is 0.4 a month. I suspect that 0.4 demand is coming from the maintenance facility, which is not very much demand by the looks of it. Extra storage for resources of all kind. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. What do we want to do? A mine upgrade? Can we research this, or do we need something first? Presumably, is this like we need to research this level of tech, engineering 1, in order to unlock all of the other techs? That might be what we need to do. We'll find out in a second, no doubts. Okay, building is without power. It's fine. Directive completed. Not a problem. Research was completed. New building was unlocked. Wind farm and storage center. Yeah. Okay. Let's get a storage center. We'll get a storage center over here. Why the heck not? Why does it take electronics to build a storage center? What a ridiculous concept. Also, can we unlock...
Humanity's reasons for
Unlock a
altering
new
Mars
sector.
are clear. But what is my purpose in all this?
Don't think we can. Create something, fulfill a mission, prove that I exist.
Because it will be my doing. I am an agent of creation. Changing a planet forever, creating an atmosphere to sustain life. That is truly something.
Isn't it just? Okay, water, chemicals. We are still out of power. We just need that much power, do we? How much power is produced in comparison to the solar panels? The wind farm is much better. The wind farm is much better. However, seemingly is only useful when it's actually... What am I looking for? I'm looking for the humidity. But humidity isn't wind speed, is it? Humidity isn't wind speed. Let's just, let's just double down. Let's just double down on wind farms. Maybe we should... Yeah, let's build a couple of additional wind farms sort of around the maintenance area here. It's predicted to give us 50 megawatts, which is lots of power. So that's good. The only problem is that it's variable, which means that we're going to be dealing with occasional power spikes and occasional power deficits. But I think that that's just the reality of, running a...
Applying Earth technologies to the Martian environment is a challenge. Many techniques and procedures will not apply here. I am excited to make engineering progress in this planet.
Okay. Do I just need to, chain all the way across here now? Is that literally what I need to do? I'm assuming that's what I need to do. Unless, of course, we have the opportunity to get a better... Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize. What is this? Black polar dust, colony level 2, or space. Launch additional landing site modules. Okay, interesting. Spaceport limits or bio... What do we got here if we do this? Colonist limit plus 750. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That is completely fine. Should we get more colonists? I think we should get more colonists if we can. Can we do that in the orbital interface? I think it's just happening, to be honest. I think it's just happening. At least that's what I hope. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, we've now got a good amount of electronics, which is kind of nice. If we get these worker hubs built, that would be superb, because it means that we can make a little bit more progress.
The Chinese government denied any existence of this mission. But how could they hide an entire Mars mission?
On threat of violence?
I imagine every single person involved in the project was silenced, voluntarily or not.
Okay, we'll throw this down here. And we're probably going to need a little bit more power, but that's okay. We're actually ridiculously power positive for the moment, which is quite nice. But we do need a little bit of additional steel production, which is worth noting. So how do I get sector permission? That's the real question. First level of engineering technologies. Wonderful. Okay, so that works pretty much exactly how I anticipated. Let's get the mine upgrade first, because that seems like something which would be of massive benefit to us. We'll get this upgrade, and we'll get that all done as well. But how the heck do I get sector permission? I feel like I need...
These miniature nuclear weapons were called microsuns. The Martian sky lit up by all these microsuns would have been quite the view.
Also, yeah, that's more colonists as well, which is pretty nice. If I stop the colonist migration here, if I stop it, done, expired. Yeah, how do I stop this? Is it even possible for me to stop this? We might just have to deal with constant reinforcements of colonists for the rest of the game. I doubt that that's the case. It might be just occurring until it's full. This has got to be sector permission, right?
Amy, Nathan here. Do you copy?
There is some noise, but I can copy. Go ahead.
Our tracking and data relay satellites are still compromised. We've re-examined every single component and haven't been able to identify the problem yet.
Perhaps it is interference from the sun. The satellites may be suffering from space weather effects generated by the sun's atmosphere.
It's very possible. We can't control that part, so we're continuing to debug the satellite issues. It's mission critical, so we're doing everything we can.
Of course.
But until we solve this problem, keep recording all your actions when we're offline.
Shall I proceed with launching the additional satellites to help with this issue?
That would be helpful, but how would it affect your mission progress?
It would cause a deviation from the mission.
That's what I thought. We'll take care of it on our side then. You just stay focused. By the way, Commander Valentine mentioned that you had reason to explore SA-9. Is that correct?
Yes, Dr. Foster. We may have located some external resources that could assist the mission.
Roger. I've gone over it with ISA administration, and they've granted permission to unlock the sector. First, you'll need to research the launch control satellite technology. Then you can enter your orbital view and launch a control satellite into SA-9.
That would be my pleasure. My pleasure.
Houston out.
Okay, what is current demand? The current demand of water is very, very small. Will I need more water? Maybe. I should probably get... That's already occupied that source. Let me get a little bit more water up here. That's cool. Right, okay. Launch a satellite. Where is the satellite tech? Presumably in space. Presumably in space. Maybe. Or indeed somewhere else. It's got to be space, right? Space mirror array, comet crashing. No, I don't think it's here. I don't think it's here. Launch a control satellite. It's got to be in space, right? It's got to be in space, dude. It's got to be in space. It's got to be in space. It's not in engineering, for sure. Fission plant, faster roads. All of this stuff is very, very, very exciting. Space mirror array. Raise the temperature at the poles. That's cool, actually. That's cool. Biotech. But no intel. No intel on... Maybe that would be kind of cool. Launch an additional landing site module. That would be cool, but I still do not see... what we're looking for.
A mine upgrade will allow me to extract resources faster. They will also require less maintenance. A win-win.
Right. Do I need to do anything to upgrade the mines? Or will they just automatically upgrade? Silicon mine... I think they might automatically upgrade, which is pretty excellent. If that is indeed the case. Spaceports can't switch this mission to anything else. New colonists arrived. Research completed. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how we go about how we go about launching this satellite, to be honest. Which is kind of strange. But then again... Special projects, orbital view. Yeah, okay. Look, we'll worry about this, but we'll worry about this in the next episode because, again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Very, very limited in time for these first few episodes. But, you know, we're going to be back. We're going to be back soon. We're going to discover exactly how the heck we get access to this abandoned nuclear silo. Very much looking forward to that. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. This has been Per Aspera. Thank you, as ever, to the fantastic Patreon support. Patreon.com/Potato, Banana, C-Senpai, and Aurelio for being the $3 $25 plus tier patrons. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.